Today I'm in Kalamazoo, Michigan, where it is snowing and freaking freezing. I picked up my enclosed cargo trailer from Georgia last week, moved it up here to Michigan where I'm going to do a camper conversion. I'm going to explain some of the details in my video today, a little bit of introduction for you. This is Camping and Travel Vlog 39. Don't go anywhere. So I spent the better part of a week looking up camping gear and kind of designing the layout of this camper. The build out is actually going to occur in April, May, and June. And then I'm going to do a 4-month camping trip, July, August, September, October. I'm going to head to Glacier National Park and Yellowstone National Park and explore a little bit of Idaho, Seattle, Idaho, Washington, and Oregon. But first of all, I wanted to give you a quick overview of my camper. I'm going to kind of break the build out into maybe 5 or 6 different videos. Going to do a lot of it by hand, and I want to definitely detail the costs for you. But let me turn this camera around and show you what I bought. This red camper right behind me. Give me just 1 second. Alright, so here's the 6-foot by 12-foot enclosed cargo trailer that I picked up from Georgia last week. I'm going to try to tow it with my Subaru Impreza, which is the same vehicle I used to tow my pop-up camper when I did my camping trip last year. So there's a nice side access door here, and then in the back here it's got a nice pull-down door, which I plan on converting into like a back porch area, like a screened-in back porch to give me some more living space. And then I've kind of done some cardboard cutouts of where I want to place things. So right down here in the corner I'm going to do my refrigerator. Everything that I'm reading online says that the refrigerator needs plenty of ventilation, otherwise they tend to freeze up and the fuses tend to blow. So I'm going to do the fridge there. I'm going to do a Murphy bed here. It's actually 80 inches by 45 inches, so it should be just big enough. It'll be like a Murphy bed where I can pull it down at night and put it up during the day so that I can have a little desk space here. That's 48 inches by 21 inches. And then it's got this nice angled spot here where it makes perfect place to put my toilet. And I'm going to go through all the gear that I decided to buy. So along here I'm hoping to do maybe some water storage. I was just going to maybe do 10 1-gallon jugs for drinking water and for brushing my teeth. Don't plan on really showering other than in the lakes and streams, and don't plan on doing any dishes. So this will be my kitchen counter space here, and I'm going to be buying a propane stove that I can put right here. And then if you see up here, all of this space, I'll kind of point to it, all along here I plan on doing some kind of cabinets. And also all along here, just cabinets all up in that kind of unused space. And then what I'm thinking over here, above my kitchen counter, like in this area here, we can do some kind of pegboard where I can just hang utensils from. But I'm going to turn this camera around, and what I want to show you, kind of explain some of the camping gear that I decided on. Because I found some really cool stuff. So give me 1 second to turn this around and I'll explain a bit of that. Alright, so one of my missions with this series of videos is that I kind of want to explain the process and the costs and all that stuff, because I know a lot of people are super interested in this whole concept. I don't know a whole lot of people that have converted cargo trailers like this. I do know some people that have converted vans. I know that's kind of the hot thing right now, but I'm convinced this cargo trailer is going to be ideal. The one thing I didn't like about my pop-up camper is that I had to close down and set up every time I moved. But with this, there's really no closing down other than making sure you put stuff away so that it doesn't fall over. So the trailer I bought from a place called Trailer Country Inc. They've got 3 locations, one in Florida, one in Tennessee, one in Georgia. The trailer was actually manufactured by Freedom Trailers, which is in southern Georgia. So I kind of bought it factory direct, so I saved quite a bit of money. I don't really have anything good to say about either one of these companies. The sales guy at Trailer Country, the first one I got, was super unresponsive, and when I picked up the trailer from Freedom Trailers, it was incomplete. The electrical wasn't done. So I did get a good price on it, and you can tell some of the craftsmanship isn't the greatest, but for the most part it seems to be a pretty solid trailer. That cost $2,775. A lot of these things can go for $4,500, so I'm pretty happy with that price. We'll see how it holds up on the road. So what I'm going to do is a Coleman propane stove. As you saw, it'll be on the corner of my kitchen counter there. That'll be $44. I'll show a picture in the video so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I'm getting most of this stuff on Amazon. I actually found a propane heater that runs $73. That'll be ideal. I will be camping in the summer, but you know, I'm assuming that some evenings it might dip down to 40 or 45, and I want to have the ability to crank the heat on if I need to. So I found something really cool. It's a Coleman 5-foot hose / adapter. So that allows me to take a 20-pound propane tank and plug it into both my propane stove and my heater. Instead of using the 1-pound disposable containers, I can actually plug it into my 20-pound propane tank. So the hose is $19, and then I found that the 20-pound propane tank goes for about $37. And then I found a really nice disposable or portable toilet that fits nicely in the front of the camper there. That goes for about $49. I found a nice BLACK+DECKER mini fridge. It's energy efficient. The cost is just $150. It's a little bit heavier than I would like, but I do want ample refrigerator space since I will be camping for weeks at a time. I just don't know. I don't want to run out of refrigerator space, so I think it was right around 46 pounds, and it would be nice if it was closer to 30 pounds or something. Since my vehicle doesn't haul a ton of weight, I am kind of trying to be as lightweight as possible. Take a commercial break for the snowplow. Oh, Michigan, these cloudy days, I tell you what. It's not wearing on me yet, but I'm sure it will at some point. I spent the last 7 months in Colorado where we get 300 days of sunshine, and to get a cloudy day is a very rare occurrence, but the snow is beautiful anyway, so I'm trying to enjoy it while I'm here. I know it's short-lived. Now on to the next, probably the coolest thing. Well, let me explain one more thing. So I did buy a spare tire. I picked this up at the factory. Cost us 45 bucks. I know once I get over to like Idaho, Washington, Oregon, there might be some really rural areas, and if I do happen to get a flat, I'll have that spare on hand. So that was 45 bucks. And then I want to do solar power. So I've been looking at these solar generator kits. The one that I found, I think the brand name is called Jackery. It's a 1,000-watt power station, and then you add on 200-watt solar panels. So it's a little bit pricey, $1,400, but obviously it's free electricity, and the 1,000 watts is actually sufficient to power my mini fridge for 66 hours in one charge. And then it's fairly lightweight as well, just 31 pounds. So I'm pretty happy with that choice because I do want to produce my videos as I go along. And from what I understand, a computer on average uses about 100 watts of power per hour. So typically I can crank on my computer and produce a video in like 3 hours. So that'll be 300 watts of power. And if my refrigerator is using a couple hundred watts each day, then that gives me sufficient power each day, and then hopefully the sun will come out and charge up the power generator as I go along. But so as I said, I'm back in Kalamazoo. Plan on working a little bit for a few months to save up some money for my camping trip. I'm going to be working on the camper with my dad and his friend. We're going to be doing that on Saturdays through the months of July, June, let's see, March, April, May, and June is when we're going to do the camper build. April, May, and June, and then the next 4 months I'm going to do my camping trip. So I'm going to document the whole process. This is just an introduction to kind of give you an idea of the layout. The next video we'll actually begin construction. So I think probably want to start with the Murphy bed and the desk combination and then kind of take it from there. But each video will kind of explain the construction process and detail the costs. So that's all I've got for you today. Thanks for watching the Mashed Potatoes Outdoor Show. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. We will see you next time.